Hello YouTubers, this is Aaron again. Here to talk about another gun that I'm impressed with, to say the least. But it's a bullpup, and as you know, if you watch my other videos, I love bullpups, so I'm always excited when I see one of those. There's something about that gun, I don't know what it is. But let me just clip a few things before I get into talking about this gun. First of all, I don't do full reviews, okay? I'm going to talk a little bit about the gun and some of the features and that sort of thing. But I'm not getting into a full review, so don't expect that and don't criticize me for not doing that. Secondly, I'm not selling anything. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I'm not trying to sell anyone on anything, so don't accuse me of that anymore. No one is paying me to be here. No one is giving me guns to review. No one is sending me anything at all. I have a friend named Ken who's an avid gunner, as I mentioned before, and he's got some high-end guns, but now he's starting to purchase a few of these low-end guns just to see how they perform and just to play with them. He just loves playing with guns and shooting them, and I do too. And so he has loaned me this bullpup that I'm going to be reviewing. So I'm not selling anything. Third, I just can't talk about the long-term reliability of these guns. Okay, I have them for a day or two, and then I have to take them back. So in that time, all I can do is tell you what they have, go out and shoot them, tell you how they compare in terms of shooting, and that's it. So I can't talk about the long-term reliability. If it's going to break after 10,000 shots, I can't tell you that. So don't accuse me of trying to sell inferior products that are going to break down the road. I don't know that. And I'll say to everybody out there, no matter what you see in my review or anybody else's, look at all the reviews. Read all you can before you send your money out there. Don't go on one review. Look them up, read them all. Go to the forums, go everywhere you can and read all you can about your gun, especially these high-end guns. You better do all your due diligence on that. And fifth, I'm going to tell you what I like about the guns and what I don't like about the guns. And then lastly, it's going to be all about accuracy. To me, it's all about accuracy. I don't care about any other stuff. How accurate is this gun for the money? So, let's just talk about this little beauty I have today to review for you. This is the AIR MAX. I'm going to go by what's on the gun. This is the AIR MAX P15. Beautiful gun. Love it. I've shot it initially, and we're going to go out to a longer range, but I shot it initially, and I love this thing. Let me tell you why I love it so much. It's only 4 pounds, and it's a tiny little seller. It's a little gun, okay? But it gets the job done. From the accuracy I've done so far, I'm impressed with it. But the thing I really love about it is the maneuverability of this thing. This thing is so light, 4.5 pounds. I almost want to build a holster for it and just stick it in a holster and walk around and then pull out the holster when I want to shoot it and put it back. But it's just a beautiful gun to maneuver. Really, really small. Doesn't take up any room. Not a lot to it, so you don't have to worry about all these little knobs and stuff on there to break off or whatever, or to be careful of. It comes with 2 magazines, 9 shots per magazine. It says 8, but I keep counting 9. Maybe I'm missing something, but 8 or 9 shots. Let's just go with that. 2 magazines, 9 shots each. I'm gonna go ahead and say. Does not have a power adjuster. Don't like that. It's not backyard friendly. I don't like that. It has a little bit of a bark to it, but you can probably get a quiet kit to quiet it down if you do need it for that purpose, to get it more quiet. The thing that's really amazing to me about this gun, it has a titanium cylinder, so it holds 250 bar. So even though it's a small gun with a small cylinder, because you can crank this thing up to 250 bar, you're going to get a lot more shot counts out of this little baby. So basically, that is the gun. Cost point. Shipped, with shipping and everything, I think it's $575 or something like that for shipping to get this gun. $575 or $580, somewhere in there, to have this gun in your hand. And when you compare that to guns that people have purchased for a lot more money, that is a really nice price point for a nice little gun. I'll be comparing this gun today because it's a 25 caliber gun. I don't know if I said that, but it's a 25 caliber gun. I'm going to compare it to the Impact, simply because they're both 25s. My Wildcat is a 22. I'm not going to test it against that. I'm going to test it against this gun, and we're going to see. But just from accuracy, how well it does. Do they compare in terms of guns? No, not at all. You know, this thing here has so many more features on it and all of that. But it depends on what you want to do with it, and do you need all these features? So we'll be going to the field and comparing these guns and shooting them out to ranges and trying to determine how well it just stacks up against it in terms of range. I also want to say this. My videos are for those who are new coming into the field. And the reason I decided to do these videos and started to do these videos was that at the time when I was getting ready to do my purchases, there were leading people out there who were pushing guns or recommending guns or whatever you want to call it. And I followed them. And as a result of following those people and listening to their input and that sort of thing, and because they had been doing it a long time and that sort of thing, I went with their recommendation. So after studying all of them crickets, I looked at every bullpup that there was. And after I finished all of my research and everything, there was only one bullpup for me. I had to have the Wildcat. And it has not been a bad experience. This gun here, shooting chipmunks at 60 yards was nothing for this gun. Probably missed 2 and probably 50. So great gun for accuracy, great gun for everything else. And then I did some more study in that, and I just had to have this gun here. It was the most anticipated gun in the world. I got caught up in the mayhem of it, and I paid $1,800 for this gun. But my videos are for those people who don't have the money or maybe not the desire to spend $2,000 on a gun, up to $2,000 on a single gun. Okay, so if you already have a gun and you love your gun. Don't write me and say, you know, I love my gun, you can't tell me anything. I'm not trying to tell you anything. All I'm saying to you is this. I want to provide options, because I'm going to tell you this. At the time, again, when I bought these guns, I had to buy them. But if I was buying a gun today, there's a very, very good chance. It's an excellent chance. Those two guns will not be sitting there. Not with guns like this and other guns that I found out there, like the Puncher and those types of guns that can do what I want them to do, kill a chipmunk, take out some other pests, sit in the backyard and pink some cans and shoot at some targets. I don't need a $2,000 gun to do that. I'll gladly do it with a $500 gun. So the thing for me is this, okay? If we take this gun to the field, and I don't know what it is for you, but for me, you take this gun to the field. This gun here shoots at 50 yards, a half-inch group. Let's just say that. Okay, this gun here shoots a 1-inch group. Is it worth $1,500? That's the question for me. Is it worth $1,500 for a half an inch? Or can I live with it if I don't need the other features that are on this gun? If I need some of the more features on this gun, I probably would go back to the gun I reviewed just before this one, the Puncher, because the Puncher has a lot of the same characteristics of this gun. So that's what we're doing. So if you're not competition shooting, where you're walking out there and you just got to be one of the best, and that sort of thing, and you're just in your backyard and you want to carry this gun around with you and take out some pigeons, some other things on your property that seem to be pests, this would be an excellent gun for you. Also, some people came on my site, thank you very much, and told me that you can actually send some of these guns out to be tuned by professionals, and when you get them back, they'll be shooting lights out right up here with these other guns. I don't know if that's true, but I've been told by too many people that it's been the case for them to have a professional tune their gun. So with that, I think we're going to go to the field and we're going to take this little P15 out, and we're going to shoot 2 pellets. You'll notice that. We're going to shoot 2 pellets. We're going to shoot the 25 and the 33. And Ken, I want to thank you for loaning me the 33s. I've always wanted to try them in my gun here, and I'm excited to try them in both. So let's go out there and see how they fare. We'll be back in a minute. One more thing really, really quickly, because I'm excited about it. You may have noticed on here, this little baby here. This is a side shot. Okay? What it allows you to do is to mount your iPhone on here, and yet still hunt as though you didn't have anything with you. All you have to do is hit record, bring it up to your eye, and shoot it. Bam, 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 hit stop. Hit record, bam, 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 bam. Shoot it through your normal eyepiece. No more holding it out here and trying to raise the screen and all that sort of thing. I'm really excited about this. The one thing I have noticed about it though is that the clarity at least initially, maybe I could do some things to adjust it, it's not quite as clear as going directly through the scope, because there's a mirror in here that offshoots that allows both the camera and you to see the target. So just wanted to tell you about that. Excited about it, because hunting season is coming up. I'm going to be using that baby. Here we are arriving at the gun club. If you're in Southwest Michigan and you haven't visited the Southern Michigan Gun Club, you really should come. Stick the card in here. Anyway, it's a very nice range. It has all your shooting things. We got a bow range, we got a pistol range. They got a range, well, I don't know what it is, I've never been in there, but guys seem to be shooting 1911 45s in there a lot. That's steel plates. But just a wonderful place to be for air gunners. So we'll go in and do a little shooting. I see some guys are already here. Hopefully they'll be leaving, because I gotta send a camera out there. Kill it now. The target I just shot was reversed, so the impact shot the right hand side and the P15 shot the left. This time it will be in the right order. Let me just say a little bit about what we did here. I was going to shoot the gun at 25 and 50, but it was pretty windy out there, and there were other people out there shooting also, and there was noise level was pretty high. So I decided I settled on just shooting it at 40 yards. I also was going to use the 25 JSB Kings as well as the 33.9 heavies, but I shoot this gun here on power level 1 exclusively for the shooting that I do. Never take it up any higher than that. And when I put in the 33s, they just drop too much off the target line at 40 yards at that speed. So I decided just to go with the 25 only, and that's what all the shots were made. Let's take a look at the target. And let me say at the outset here, and looking at this target, that I shot the wrong one. You probably noticed that in the video. Okay, this is the actual impact, although it says P15, and this is actually the P15, although it says impact. I decided the wrong target. But I corrected that in the second shooting. In the second shooting, this is actually the impact as marked, and this is the P50. And I don't think it did quite bad. The impact actually shoots a tighter group than this. The wind would have been up, and I think this would have shot a tighter group also. But at the 40 yards, this thing here is pellet on pellet practically. And this other gun did not do badly. So, pretty good representation for a gun that only cost $500. In conclusion, let me just say this. I love this gun. As soon as Ken showed it to me, and I picked it up, I fell in love with it. It is so light, so maneuverable. I mean, it falls right in place. And it puts you in almost a perfect shooting position. I really love this thing. Besides being light and maneuverable, it's accurate, as you can see. For a little gun, this thing here puts it out there. And it's affordable, which is one of my highest criteria. If it's compact, light, and accurate, and affordable, it's a gun I would buy. I would buy it in a second. Would you? I guess that's the question. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and viewing my videos and leaving your comments. And I will be doing another one fairly quickly. Ken has loaned me another gun. It's a Corral puncher. Nice looking gun, beautiful gun. It's not a bullpup, so I'm not in love with it. But it's a nice gun, and I'm looking forward to reviewing that for you. Again, I want to thank you, and good shooting.